Alright, so we were back at my garage for what, round 2 I guess you could say, with Jarrett Stinger. So in the last video, or the only other video we made of this car, we put a full we put a catback Magnaflow exhaust on there. And then around the same time he ordered an Injen intake, which you ordered when?
March.
So he ordered it in March and got it in what?
Late June.
Late June. So
3 months.
back order city of just waiting. So finally he got it delivered. He already opened up the box, as you can see. So he's got the air cleaner. Got some hoses. I got some clamps. Where's the oh, here we go. So he got it in crinkle red. You could either get it in black and crinkle red, as far as I know, correct?
Wrinkle red, but yeah.
Yeah, wrinkle red.
Oh, it comes in polished.
Oh, polished. So we decided to go with wrinkle red, just because I think, me personally, I think it will look good underneath the hood of the car, since everything is kind of black. So we're gonna replace this. Still a little hot, so I'll probably let it cool down a little bit. So as far as I know, he's watched a video, but it was on a V6 version on how to do it. So we haven't found any V4. We haven't found any 4-cylinder install videos. So that's what we're gonna do today for some of you out there that have a 4-cylinder Stinger. But I believe we removed this kind of like a strut bar. Also we removed the intake and some hoses. There was something else we had to redo to take off too, right?
Take off the strut bar, take out the
air box, and
disconnect the tubes. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, so it should be pretty relatively simple to do. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna document it for those of you that may possibly want to do this mod to their car. And then this also, do you remember how much like horsepower improvements does it give? Did it say?
I think it said 13.
So 13 horsepower that's pretty legit for a intake. So yeah. So what we'll do, we're gonna, I don't know, I think we might just let it cool off, like I said, for a couple minutes because it is hot. And then we'll get to it. So right now we're just starting to remove the strut bar. What size socket is it?
This is a 12 millimeter.
So we got 12 millimeter. Obviously that's right there. It'll be 12 millimeters. So we'll place that and then we'll go from there. So there's 3 bolts holding the air cleaner box. So there's one in the back right here. There's another one right here on the side, and then down, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right down there near the front of the car there's another one. So we'll do all 3 of those and then we'll get that taken care of. So that one right there is probably the hardest one to get to. And knowing us, we'll probably drop the bolt down in the car. You know what? Hold it right there. I have a magnet. Did you get it?
I don't have it. No,
all
it's
right.
sitting here.
Handy dandy magnet. Look at that. Oh yeah. Ding. Next order of business is to remove the hose clamp, which is also 10 millimeter, which is the same size that we just used to remove the other 3 bolts. So that makes it easy, and that should just you probably don't have to undo it all the way. Let's put that. There we go. Easy peasy, first and squeezy. Again, this car is relatively brand new, so how many miles do you have on it now?
3,200.
3,200 miles. So yeah, everything is easy. Nothing is, you know, seized or anything bolt wise. So it's pretty easy. So, what's the next step? As far as you know.
1, 2, 3 come disconnected, and then this will come off the turbo.
So this thing, probably due to the heat, it's kind of welded itself together. So spray some soap and water on there. Hopefully make
I
it
just
easy.
fucking threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Nothing comes easy as at our
There
garage.
we go.
Nice.
Alright, so that's the crankcase line. Now we gotta get the vacuum line.
All right.
Alright, and now we gotta...
So this one, what's this one
That's
called?
the vacuum line.
So the vacuum line, that one came off a lot easier. And then we have the crankcase already, and then we have
No, this is gonna...
stay.
Oh, we gotta loosen... We gotta take it from here. That's a 10 millimeter. So
Down here, we
pull
got
back on the crankcase line.
gotta do
pull back
this
on the
one right
vacuum,
there.
loosen the clamp on the turbo. 10 millimeter. Where we at? Where's my 10 millimeter?
Oh, so I thought it was on right there. There you go.
10 millimeter.
Obviously, as you could tell, we didn't read the instructions first, or maybe he did.
I did, but
But
it
we're
was
just going through.
3 months ago when I ordered the fucking thing.
It's a step by step, so let him
The shortest.
get in there. So this bolt right here, I'm gonna have him get rid of that.
I need a bigger one for this guy.
Yeah, let's grab a bigger one in case he needs it. He has a big, need the big daddy.
I think I got it.
Just like that. And it should just pop
It's
out.
just that first one that was a pain. This one's...
Got some super water. Probably have to make some more of that because I've been kicking it over and dropping it.
Yeah.
Boom. And should. There you go. Boom.
So we're actually undoing. There's another hose clamp that's basically bolts onto the
I'm
turbo,
just gonna use a screwdriver for that.
and you can see it right there. So that screw right there is what we needed to do. So so if you have one of these at home, you don't actually have to undo this one. If you undo that one, then the whole piece will come loose. So just FYI, we thought it was this one. It wasn't. You could leave that one still attached if you want to, because but they don't make this one easy to get to, that's for sure.
Can you tell? Am I just spinning, or can you tell what's going on? Like, am I even on it?
No, I don't
yeah,
think
no,
so.
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
There we
Here
go.
we go. And she's out.
And this is the turbo sleeve, I think.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me see if that's got to come off.
So we think this piece right here is the turbo sleeve that needs to be removed.
Get a grip. There we go.
Alright. So, got the turbo sleeve off. So as far as removing everything, we should be good. So, that's removed. Get the Jarrett turbo. I'm not sure what size this is. It says AR56. Oh, you know what? Hold on. 20 or 12 millimeter turbo. 12 mil. Alright. So,
I don't know if I need that again, but
we'll just so when he was taking that stuff off, he could have basically left it like this, all one piece, but we didn't know, so no harm, no foul. They didn't, you know, just took a little bit extra time, but again, you could do it that way if you wanted to. Gives you a little bit more access to this screw right here, but not much more. So there you go. She's all uninstalled.
alright, so now we're taking the 2 bolts on the RAM unit here.
Alright. Looks like a 10 millimeter.
Yeah, I think that's this is a 10 mil.
Up in there. So now what are you taking off?
This is the RAM.
I guess it's more like a cold air, not intake, but allows. Don't be damaging no car.
And these actually get reused. The 2 bolts that I'm taking out will go and hold the heat shield. Well, you don't. It just threads on, and then the heat shield goes on here, and then the nut and the bolt go.
So we figured out where the Vibra nut, is that what it's called?
Vibra mount.
Vibra mount goes. So you can see it right down there. So we got that all secure.
Alright.
So Jarrett just installed, guess what would you call that thing? The it's not weather stripping, but you know, it's just like
Rubber trim.
yeah, I guess, yeah, the rubber trim. So we did it on the inside and then obviously on top. So we had to trim it a little bit to get this middle section to work, and then we also had to do a slight notch right there so we could get that thing to go around the edge. So now Jarrett is installing the heat shield as a 3 points of contact. So one, you can see underneath there is that vibration, whatever you want to call it, mount. So secure that there, and then once we get that secured, there's another spot right there, and then another one that goes on the inside, which I'll show you later once he gets that all buttoned up.
And these screws, these 2 screws here and here, are the ones that came out of the stock RAM.
Yes, the 2 screws that he's reusing actually came out of this piece right here. So they had one up top and one at the bottom. This doesn't get reused, but you do reuse the 2, which, as you can see, get used for the heat shield. So I don't know if you could see, but there's a little screw right here that is part. So you have this one, you got this one right here, and then this one right there. So those are your 3 mounting points for the heat shield. So kit, they supply this
Step hose.
step hose, which goes directly into the turbo, which is right there. And then they give you a
Turbo's still hot.
hose clamp
Oh, that went right on.
to tighten it. So, right, you see right there, you got that coupler
Step tube.
step tube installed, hose clamp tightened down.
I've been there pretty much every day. Oh, it's nice and tight.
Yep.
Alright. She's on there.
Sweet. So you can see right there, got that hose clamp. Actually, both of them. There's one on the inside, one on the outer. But those are all tightened up, ready to go. Looks like now we just need to reconnect some hoses and the air filter. Should be good as new. So we quickly learned that in order to get the air filter on, we had to undo all the hoses and undo the clamp, just to move this enough out of the way to get the filter on. And obviously now we are reconnecting everything, but as you can see, we do have the filter where it belongs, and so we'll just kind of
Poor documentation.
we'll just redo what we just did. But now, you know, putting the hoses on, the clamps on is actually pretty quick at this point, since we've done it at least 5 or 6 times. So yeah, so we'll get those hoses back where they belong, and then we'll tighten up the air cleaner, and then that should be it. Final step of the process, just tightening up that air cleaner. Everything else is hooked up as it should be. Boom. Look at that. It is installed.
Install!
Now, I believe on my Honda, I think I remember reading, or I could be confused, it could be on your Stinger, but the tone of the engine, of the exhaust changes with the intake. At least I think on mine. Do you know if you read that on yours, or is yours just
I think that's
horsepower
universal.
gain?
When it'll, because it's open, it's gonna be louder.
So, yeah, we didn't really do a I mean, you heard it pulling into the garage, so you have that. But we don't really, yeah, we'll do a startup here shortly. Just reinstall the bar, and yeah, we'll get to, we'll go on a little test drive, see how much horsepower it has. An extra, what you said, 15, something like that, 18?
13.
13, whatever. That's a lot, for just doing the intake.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I'm sure, with ideal conditions.
This is not ideal. It's too hot, but still, I would imagine he'll feel it when he drives, but especially since he's had a couple months with the MagnaFlow exhaust under his belt. It'd be different if we did all of these mods all at the same time. You wouldn't know what did what, but since he's had, like I said, a couple months with the MagnaFlow exhaust, you should be able to see or feel a difference in the horsepower gains with this intake. So we shall see shortly. So for those that don't live in the Southwest like myself, pretty much typically anybody in any other part of the country, they work on their cars in the winter, because when the good weather rolls around in the summer and the spring, that's when all the events happen. So you want your car done so you can cruise around and go to shows. In Arizona, everyone works on their vehicles in the summer, because our winter is when all the car shows, all the good cruising weather happens. So you work on work on them in the summer. That way, you know, it's the same thing, just reverse, obviously. So
We yeah, just got installed this intake on the Kia Stinger. Let's start her up and see what she sounds like. Change in noise that you can tell?
No, it won't be until it starts sucking some air.
Alright, let's see if we take this bad boy for a cruise, shall we?
Buckle up for safety.
Alright. Alright.
I got a little drag strip at the back of my house, so take it down there. We might even take it on the highway for an exit just to see. Nothing, same?
I mean, feels good, but I don't know if there's a difference. I heard a little whoosh.
A little whoosh.
I don't know if it's going on camera.
I don't know. But we got up to highway speeds in that little section there, so yeah. Like I said, I ordered one as well from my Honda. Which we actually we just before we did this intake install video, we installed a Borla exhaust on my Honda. I didn't film it just because there's a million installed videos on that, so you know, so I didn't record that, but just did that. But like I said, I installed an intake on. I ordered an intake for my Honda. Like his, it's been on back order for at least 3 months, maybe 4 months. I believe the latest email I got was that July 14th it's going to ship out, or the 12th, one of those. But I've been getting those emails, and then nothing happens, and then I send out another email, and they give me another date, and just so on and so forth. So when I get that intake, I might do an install video on that, or just before and after, just to see the difference. But on this one, like I said, there wasn't any 4-cylinder intake, or at least engine intake install video, so might as well put it out there for anyone that's thinking about doing it. According to the instructions, the install, was it 15 minutes, 10 minutes?
No, I made that up.
Oh, well, it took us about half hour, 45 minutes, I would say, total to install it, which isn't bad. About the amount of time that it took me to install the exhaust, honestly, in the car. So they were both equally pretty quick installs. So, yeah, wasn't that hard. Both of them were easy. Just like I said, we had to redo a couple things because, you know, we tightened it up, shouldn't have been tightened, all that type of stuff. So, but overall, both of them were very quick installs. So,
there you go. Sweet. Well, yeah. You have any last words about your intake before we go?
Looks real nice. Sounds real nice.
He doesn't want to be on camera because he's dirty.
Looks I'm fat.
Well, the camera makes you lose 10 pounds.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
no, I like it. I'm satisfied.
like
Money
I
well
said,
spent.
it was a long time in the
3
waiting.
months ago, so it might as well be free.
Yeah, this time we already forgot how much we paid, and that money's long gone. So yeah, it's like
I actually got a smoke 'em deal on it. It's like $328 everywhere, and I got it for $290. CSP Racing.
CSP Racing. We were we did not got any. This was not free nor discount. Well, he got a discount, but that was for anybody. So it wasn't like it was a one-off thing just because of the channel or anything like that. So same thing with my exhaust. I mean, I've just paid where I don't even remember where I ordered. I think I ordered it straight from Borla, but I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, that should do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoy, especially for those Stinger owners out there. I don't know at this point if he'll do any more mods. That might be it. But we'll see. You know, he might get a bug up his ass and want to do a tune or something like that. But we'll see. Anyways, again, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.